Your only child.
Well, what was you said you were gonna come in and give me my beer?
Yeah, and I couldn't because you weren't here.
But
you
I
were
was
over there.
but I was following you with the new gear
You
that
were
we have.
supposed to wait here so I could give you your beer. I can't give you your beer if you're not here.
You can't give me my beer if I'm not here.
No,
but I was running the camera. You should have seen the angle I got on you coming in. We were just right perfect.
Yeah,
And then
see,
you had like the camera coming in, and I moved the angle to follow you in.
But there was no communication.
I moved the camera angle, but I wanted to get the camera angle just right.
But you didn't communicate that to me.
I know, I'm sorry.
And I communicated to you what I wanted to do, and you just said, fuck you.
No, I wanted to build on your idea, but I wanted to do the camera angle first.
But you didn't communicate. Communication, everybody.
But I wanted to do the camera angle. But I wanted to do the camera
but you're
angle.
Not
the camera angle. You gotta have a good camera angle.
I'm not arguing.
Everybody knows that you need to have a good camera angle.
Not arguing that point.
Oh, fine, okay.
Not arguing that point.
Yay! We made it.
We did.
Okay. Well, see, that's gonna have a unique. It's gonna have a unique camera angle. More motion in the camera angle than a stiff image. Cheers.
Cheers.
To putting some motion into the start of this one.
Motion or emotion?
Emotion. Oh.
Missed my mouth.
Ain't that the angle of the dangle, my friend? Ain't that the angle of the dangle?
Emotion?
Welcome to the bar today. Welcome to the bar. Emotion. Emotional camera angles. Ooh. What creates an emotional camera angle?
Lots of things. It depends on your emotion.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you're like, you can create tension, or you can create like wonder, just using different camera angles.
Explain how you do that. How would you do that?
I'm not a director. Well, I find tension for me comes from like following close behind.
Close shots? Close shots create that tension?
Yeah, but not like close up on a face, but like close up following something.
Oh, okay. Follow cam.
Yeah.
The follow cam.
Those like really long hallway shots that Stanley Kubrick is really good at doing.
Oh, yes, I know which ones you're talking about.
Yeah, those cause tension.
Okay. So a lot of tension by building the angles of the shots based on maybe not knowing what's on the other end.
Exactly. Then your imagination.
You're kind of putting some unknown into the shot then to kind of do that, creating a bit of an unknown point within that shot to let the imagination move a little bit within it. You're putting maybe less in there, but you don't know what's around that, or you don't know what's coming in here, and there's
Yeah.
I like that for sure.
Yep. Sure. And like that wonder sense I find is like when you film from below and you're looking up at something like really big.
The below shots.
Those are like the wonder shots to me.
And then they just kind of make you go like you're kind of like expanded because the shot's coming from below.
Yeah, so you have like this kind of a look.
There's a lot of like mess around and find out too, I think. Like you might not know what you're going to get until you mess around and find out.
A good director can see
can just knows. Just knows.
You see it in your head.
You just kind of know this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. I think I agree with you. A lot of people have a better mental kind of energy to find that angle or find that shot or whatever it might be to create that tension and emotion and stuff. Yeah, storyboarding, exactly.
Yeah.
Getting it right so then that way you kind of can have a little bit of it in your head before you even go.
Yeah, because sometimes a director might not be able to explain to someone else what they're seeing. So if you have a storyboard, then everyone in your cast and crew can look at that storyboard and see what it's supposed to look like. So then if you're the camera dude, you know how to set up your camera to get your specific shot, where like a director might not be able to tell a camera guy how to do that.
Oh,
he can just see it in his head, right?
That is very true also, absolutely.
Yeah, so storyboards.
Storyboarding and storyboard ideas are how you jumpstart the actual production of creation within the expansion of the storyboard. I think I just looped around and said like some sort of looping sentence, but it kind of made sense. I think
that was a belly flop.
I think it made sense though. If you like replayed that, I think I got it in the right direction. I think my words kind of made sense there.
I mean, you can call a belly flop a dive if you really.
Yeah, I mean, technically belly flops are pretty beautiful.
I didn't say they're beautiful. I said they were a dive.
Well, belly flops can be graceful. I mean, I know I've done a lot of graceful belly flops in my life of living. You've done great. Oh, I've done a few grateful belly flops in my lifetime of expanding my belly flops. I've had some red stomachs jumping off of a few things.
You know, I think I've done maybe like 2 belly flops my entire life. And then like. No. After the second one, I'm like, that shit hurts, man.
This one time, I was on the 3rd tower out of 4 towers at this pool.
You belly flopped?
No, that was my greatest fear, that I was going to belly flop off this 3rd tower, that I was just going to land and go poof. And like, I stood there. I don't think I jumped off the 3rd tower for about 15 minutes. It felt like an eternity. But I just stood there and I looked down and it was really like, it's pretty tall, your 3rd tower, and I was pretty young. And I had this fear that I was just going to belly flop from the 3rd tower, just standing there completely terrified because it's really high and I was pretty young. And I eventually did it and I just did this the entire time, just straight pencil, and I just went swoosh, and I landed okay. I didn't belly flop. Good. I didn't belly flop that time.
That would suck.
And I never made it off the 4th tower. I couldn't do the 4th tower. It was even higher. Well, it's higher than the 3rd tower. And I couldn't jump off the 4th tower. I went up there and I'm like, nope. It was too high for me. I couldn't do the 4th tower.
We didn't have a 4th tower.
No?
We had 3. Well, if you can call the first one a first one.
For real.
We only have one pool in Elliott Lake, first of all. I'm assuming we're talking about a public pool?
Yes, this is a public pool, yeah. So just diving.
We had like the little kind of like stepper-upper things that were like they're like a square.
Okay, yeah.
And you kind of just step on them.
Yeah, like a little kind of springboardy thing.
No, it's not springboard, it was solid.
Oh, okay.
But it was like maybe like if this were the ground, it was like maybe this high off the ground. Like it wasn't very tall.
Okay.
It was kind of like used for what the fuck are those called? Those Tarzan ropes.
Oh, like a swing rope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so you'd stand on that thing, and then you'd hold on to the rope.
Yeah,
Unless you were mean, you couldn't grip onto the rope
in
real life, but that's no
You couldn't hold on to the rope?
Oh, God. It was embarrassing. It was so embarrassing.
Why not?
Why couldn't I hold on to the rope?
You just couldn't get the grip?
I guess so.
Couldn't get the grip?
Oh, no. I just kind of like...
Oh, shit.
It was really embarrassing.
Oh,
like,
shit. Oh, shit.
Anywho, so then we had, like, the second level... which was like your kind of regular sort of diving.
See,
board.
I thought the second level was like a comfortable level for like diving.
Yeah.
The second level to me was a comfortable level, and then as soon as you went up to the 3rd level, it started to get to that like, oh man, this is pretty like high.
For us, like the difference between the second level and the 3rd level was like probably the difference between Magikarp and the big serpent that it turns into.
Ooh, so it went really big changes.
Yeah, like it was like, okay, this is a regular size diving board. I can do this, and then to like, oh, that's touching the roof.
All of a sudden, it's like you're up there, jump.
You're like almost touching the roof.
You're up there, jump. Yeah, that was the 4th tower.
See, that's why I couldn't. 3rd tower.
That's why I couldn't do the 4th tower. Okay, so you just had the launcher.
We had like child.
And yeah.
And then you had normal.
And then the launcher.
And then you had the launcher.
Oh, man.
Where you had to, like, climb up. Like, I'm stuttering. Just thinking about it. Like, climb up the ladder. And I remember...
Get to the top.
I remember, like... I don't know if it's because I have really long legs. I still do. But I remember having to, like, climb up the ladder like duck foot.
To get up the ladder?
Yeah, because I couldn't, like, climb up the ladder like normal.
Yeah.
Because my knees would smack into the ladder.
Yeah, totally.
So I had to, like, climb up like this, and the ladder was, like, narrow as fuck.
Oh, so you could barely get up it.
So I was, like...
Trying to get up the ladder.
Trying to get up there, and I'm shitting my pants.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, why am I doing this?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, But did you make it?
I did, and I jumped and everything.
Did you belly flop, or was it pretty?
Fuck no.
Was it pencil? Did you pencil?
I don't quite remember, but probably.
Nice. Nice.
I think if you belly flop from that height, you might bust your eyeball out.
Yeah, that's one thing is like I can't tell you the exact heights because I clearly don't remember, but
yeah, the only thing I remember is that our biggest ladder was literally almost touching the roof. Like,
yeah, that was
like
the fourth
6 foot
one
tall
at the
person,
pool
you
that
touched the
pool
roof.
that I was at. That was the fourth one, and it was the same thing. You're like touching the roof. That was the Laurentian pool.
Like,
that's the Laurentian pool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you're like touching the roof, and well, it feels like it. And I couldn't jump off the fourth one. It took me so long to get the third one, but the fourth one, I stood there and I'm like, this is nuts. And I was watching like a couple other people do it. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going off the fourth one. And I only made it to the third one. To this day, at that pool, I have never done.
For someone who's
never
done
the fourth. Yeah, but that's probably the same height as the third one where I go, anyways.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that like was as high as the fourth one. I don't know. Once again, I'm not like 100% on the measurements, but yeah, no, that fourth one is like it's ridiculously high, and I'm just like, nope, not jumping off that one. Third one, okay. Fourth one, I'm belly flopping or something's getting all red. That's for sure. But there's no way I'm gracefully falling off of the fourth tower. Something's gonna go wrong, and it's just not gonna pan out. It's not gonna pan out very well. You want to create an emotional shot, put me on the fourth tower, and push me off. Something's going to happen, that's for sure. It's going to be like, ah!
Never push someone off the fourth tower.
No. Unless they tell you to. Maybe if they tell you to, just push me. And then it's just like, that's it. You're falling. And then you hit the water. But I don't know. I'm not sure.
If someone told you to push them off the fourth tower...
I probably couldn't do it.
No, let me finish. And... something happened to them, like either they died or like their eyeball busted out of their face or something, would you be responsible for that?
I don't know. I don't want to find out.
I know.
Probably not, because they're the ones that told you to do it. Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Because it'd be like them jumping off anyways. You know what I mean?
You're like, did you think they would die? No.
No.
Not at all.
It was fine. No, everything was fine. It was supposed to pan out this way. It was supposed to pan out this way, and then it was all fine, and everything was fine.
It was great. This beer is delicious today. I don't know why.
It is delicious.
I don't know. It's because maybe it's the chicken wings. We had chicken wings for dinner.
We did have a few wings today. Yeah, we had some snackies, some wingies, and a salad. We had a salad, delicious salad also.
Yep.
Kind of a nice balanced combination. I like that combination. And this is kind of refreshing to kind of wash it all down.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Yep. We have a wedding.
You know what I struggle with?
Wedding?
Cufflinks.
I don't know how to cufflink.
Cufflinks. You know, I never thought in my life that I would like struggle with the cufflinks, but I don't fully understand the cufflink. I don't fully understand the cufflink. Like I get like I kind of get it, but I don't, and like it falls off, and so you can barely see it if your shirt's up. So I'm trying to like understand it more. I'm trying to, but it goes up into my like vest.
Maybe the cufflinks.
So like you don't see the cufflinks.
But see, maybe the cufflink prevents your shirt from riding up.
That's what I'm saying. I don't fully understand the cufflink. My life has not encompassed many wearings of cufflinks, so I'm trying to figure out the cufflink more. And right now, it's got me stumped because I'm like, what's going on?
We're fairly simple folk.
Yeah, and like stuff like cufflinks can really trip us up. Well, trip me up. Yeah. You know, it's just like it might look like a cufflink to some people, but to me, I'm like, I have no idea what's going on.
See, the only like
what do I do with a cufflink? Like, what am I even doing?
Cufflinks like those ones, like the ones that you have like a little.
Yeah, it's got a little flap, and then I can't get it to stay right, and then it's jabbing me.
So like
I don't understand what this thing is doing. Like what a cufflink. Like this is not doing anything for me.
It's almost like a pin, but you screw it.
Oh.
So there's like a front and a back part.
Okay.
And like one goes in one side and the other goes in the other side. And
yeah.
the dick goes in the hole and you twist it and bam, it's done.
Okay.
Those are the ones I've seen.
Yeah. This one's like a pin, but then it turns, but it's loose. It doesn't get tight enough. and then it jabs my arm. Like, I don't know if I put it in right or
Probably not.
but it's constantly jabbing my side. And then when it goes up into my shirt, it scratches all along my arm. And then you can't even see it half the time because the shirt's going up.
It's probably because you did it wrong.
Like, I feel like I am 100% noob.
Maybe it has that little flicky thing, because maybe that's supposed to somehow hook on.
Where does that go?
To your jacket? I don't know.
Does it hook onto the jacket?
I have no fucking idea. I'm making shit up.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
Do you want to talk about your experience using the strapless thing?
So, for the first time in my life...
You might as well throw it out there, because this is kind of interesting. This is actually very interesting.
This wedding party has been the most interesting thing, for lack of a better word.
We've been trying to adapt to the new ways that you need to wear clothing, which is interesting. And I'm learning about the I'm learning about the cufflink.
You're learning about the cufflink.
And you're learning about strapless bras.
Not just strapless. Backless.
Backless, strapless bras. I didn't even know that these existed.
So I have heard of these things.
I didn't even know that the backless, strapless bra existed until about a week ago.
I've heard of them. I have not tried one until now.
I have also not tried one.
That's good. And so my dress that I'm wearing has an open back.
Mm-hmm.
And God forbid you'd see the back of a bra. So
yeah, exactly. You want to try to keep it as sleek as possible.
Here we go.
Sleekness. So it's about that sleekness.
Is like, 2 boob cups, like a regular bra.
Totally.
But it has like a soft part in the middle that you're supposed to stick your nipple in. And I don't know if I just have like really big, what are those called? Areolas? The part around your nipple? I don't know if mine are just really big. But, like, they don't fit in that little hole. My nipple fits in that hole. But the rest of it doesn't.
No.
So that's a thing.
No, and you're trying to make it work.
I'm trying to make it work.
You're like, what is going on here?
So, it has these stickies. And, like, really sticky
They are super sticky.
They are sticky stickies.
Very
like
sticky. Extremely
stickier
sticky.
than those things you stick on your wall to hang pictures on.
And that's pretty sticky.
So... you have to somehow make sure that your nipple goes into this little space.
And it's supposed to push up.
Because, God forbid, you put that sticky on your nipple.
And it's going to go, beep!
It's going to hurt. So once you figure that out, which took me a bit, it has this thing in the middle that's like a pulley thing that like squishes your boobs together, or it's supposed to.
Yeah, exactly.
But, like, mine isn't doing it
The boob
properly.
squish isn't lifting and squishing enough.
It's not lifting. And then, like, my tits don't feel like they're being held up. They look nice in the dress because of the cup.
They look great. Fantastic.
Thank you.
They look superb.
So I suppose that's what matters. And, let me tell you, that thing is not falling. That is stuck to your boobs. And, like,
staying there.
when you take that thing off... it looks like your tit's gonna rip off of your body. Like, it's like...
I was there for the demo.
It's like Stretch Armstrong.
I was there for the demo, and it definitely looked like there was something going on there.
It was... it's an experience.
It looked like it was a Stretch Armstrong doll ripping your flesh away from your body.
It did.
As Stretch was like, yeah! And then your thing, and then it was stretching, and you're just like... and you just pulled it, and your thing wanted to go with it, and your whole skin was like coming off.
I don't think this is a good thing for your body.
Well, I mean, it makes the wedding look great.
Fantastic.
And sometimes for a little bit amount of time, if you look good, you feel good, life is good. So that's what it's all about. That's why I got to figure out the cufflink. I'm gonna figure it out.
At least you just have the cufflink.
I know.
My story continues.
Oh well, the journey carries on.
The journey continues. So I am also, for the first time in my life, getting my hair and makeup professionally done. No, I've gotten my hair professionally done, I suppose, but never professionally styled, we'll say.
Oh, okay.
So that is a first time.
I have a question, but keep going.
Okay, so I'll start with the hair. So apparently, it matters on when you wash your hair and what you do beforehand. You go see this professional hair person, and apparently you cannot wash your hair the night before.
Fair. Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Nope.
it's a good idea to put hairspray in your hair before you go see this person.
I don't know. It is or it isn't?
It is, apparently.
Why?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. This is just what I'm being told by other girls.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah. And, like, if your hair is a different type of greasiness, and sometimes you can get away with washing it before, and sometimes you can't.
Okay, fair.
And I have to have pictures for this person, and I'm like, dude, my hair, I don't know what the fuck it can do at this point. Like, I just got a brand new haircut. I've never had this haircut before. I don't fucking know. I have no clue. So, mad stress in here.
Okay.
And then, like, for the makeup thing, it's like, I have to bring pictures to this person also, but I've been told that I can't do my makeup like this. So
it's a unique experience.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're in this like unique experience where you're like, it will come out good, but I have no idea what I'm doing.
And as a bit of a control freak,
it's hard for you. It's hard for you. I know, right? I can see it in your face.
Oh, I'm stressing.
You're just like
I'm stressing.
And it's so funny because like somebody else is gonna do your makeup for you, and it's gonna be beautiful and great, but you're just like, I just like the controlness is very bizarre.
I just don't feel, and like I don't know if this is gonna change once everything's all done. But
it's gonna be great.
Right now,
it's
I just don't feel like me.
It's gonna look great. It's gonna be fantastic.
This person's a professional.
They're a professional. They're professional. All professionals. If there's anything I do know, all professionals always know what they're doing all the time.
Most of the time.
They're trained professionals.
Most of the time.
They're trained professionals. You know, when you hear somebody say that they're a professional, you just believe that they're a professional because they told you that they're told you that they're a professional.
Trust them until they fuck
If
up.
anybody says I'm a professional, you automatically know that person. You don't even have to check credentials. You don't have to check their paperwork, their history, their background. As long as they say I'm a professional, you just know right away that person is a professional. As long as they say that, then it's like you're the professional. You know, if there's anything I know in life is that if they tell you they're professional, they're a professional.
Absolutely.
That is 100%. Don't even look into it. Don't do a background check.
Do nothing.
Don't look.
Just believe.
Just believe. Just believe.
Because if you believe, it will be true.
Exactly. If you just believe enough, it will be true.
It will be true.
It will be true. That is a true saying.
Yep.
So believe in the professionals out there. Because why? Because they're professionals. They know what they're doing. They're trained professionals. That's what I do. I believe in the professionals.
Yep.
If you're going to listen to anybody, listen to the professionals.
And then, like, you know, some of the girls are like, oh my God, I need to get my nails done. And I'm like, I've never had my nails done in my life.
No?
Never.
You've never had your nails done?
Nope, never.
Just learned that about you, and I would have never guessed that.
Never, ever. I've done them myself.
I would have never
like,
guessed that. I've never guessed. I thought you would have had it at least a few times.
No?
What?
No, never. And there's a couple reasons for that. One, it is fairly expensive, and I am the type of person that does a lot with my hands, and I have a hard time for myself paying, you know, between $60 and $100 for something that's probably going to get ruined in a week.
Fair.
And then I have also watched many a beauty documentary because I enjoy the world of beauty. I enjoy nice nails.
I guess so. Absolutely. I guess so.
When you see these horror stories that come out of some of these nail places and what happens to people's nails, you know, it's like the first time you watch one of those documentaries about chicken farming or like pig farming.
No.
It makes you gag.
Ooh.
And like it's scary. Like my hands are tingling. It's gross. Like some of the infections that happen if like they're not like cleaned properly or like things aren't disinfected properly.
Infections are not fun.
There's, you know, some cheaper nail salons out
Infections are not fun.
Oh man. And like nail infections.
I wouldn't want that.
People's nails fall off from it.
That's
like,
gross.
Apparently though, what I've been told recently is that it depends on the type that you get done. Like there's different types.
Fair. But you don't want to get
like shellac and then there's like gel. I don't know the difference.
But the main point is that you're there's a lot of concerns that you have over
I would like to one day. If someone got me that as a gift, I would like that.
Okay,
I
but
would do it one day.
maybe not reaching out there due to some personal concerns about that situation. You're not jumping in head first. You're not going there tomorrow. It's just if it happens type of thing for you.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I'm getting is like the if it
Yeah.
happens, it happens.
Yeah, I'm open to it, but I'm not gonna
That's
rush
cool.
out and get it done.
That's cool. You're in the if it happens, it happens type vibe.
Yep.
That's cool. Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I like that vibe. I kind of have that with a lot of things too. Like just general things in life, you know. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, that's fine. Like I kind of have that with a lot of things.
Yeah, there's some things you kind of gotta bust your balls for, but other things.
A lot of other things, though, it's like if it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, that's cool. Like
and there's
whatever.
a fine line between like busting your balls and breaking your balls.
Oh, that is true.
You know, like there's definitely a difference between like putting your balls on a table and someone smashing them with a 2x4 versus putting your balls on a table and someone taking a machete.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's two differences there.
Oh yeah. Oof.
So,
ouch.
I'm sorry for that analogy. I'm sorry to those of you with balls. Moment of silence.
Oh. I think I felt that one.
Sorry.
Especially when you went with the smash. I was like, oh.
What hurt more, the smash or the machete?
The smash, because the machete, they're just gone, and then you're just like, oh, damn.
Oh, okay.
But the smash, you still have them there, so it's just like more impactful, and you're just like,
Yeah, but
oh.
what if like there's blood squirting everywhere out of your balls?
Yeah, you're probably
Or where your balls
You're
were.
probably in such trauma at that point that you're just kind of like.
Probably just almost
you just
euphoric.
You probably just pass out or fall over.
You probably
or
would
something.
pass out.
Yeah.
I think you'd go into some type of shock.
Oh yeah. Oh man, yeah. I've been hit in the balls with a few hockey pucks and different sticks, and it's not fun.
With cup or without?
Playing road hockey without,
Ouch.
playing non-road hockey with, and both of them are not fun.
Even with cup?
Oh yeah, it still hurts.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's not a good situation to be in. No, you get a stick or something up there, and you're just like, oh shit, and it just like hurts. It just hurts. You don't feel too hot after that.
What kind of pain is it? How would you describe it? Is it like stinging? Is it burning? Is it like stub your toe
man,
feeling?
it's
or
like
step on a Lego?
No, it's like stubbing your toe times like 10. And it lasts for a long time because you don't want to think about it. But if you get hit really hard, it can like hold on for a while, and then like it can even go up into your chest if it's like a hard enough hit. Oh yeah, if you just like get a stick or a puck or a ball or something, and you're just like oh. I remember a couple times playing ball hockey. I got a couple good ones, and it's not fun. It's not fun. It hurts for a long time.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's definitely like, it's not really like a stinging. It's more of like an impact, like stubbing your toe.
Okay.
But times like 10 and like gut-wrenchingly like long-lasting to a point where you just feel like you can't do anything for a while if it's bad enough. So
it's like stubbing your toe after you've come in from outside when it was like minus 35.
Yeah.
And you waited like 3 minutes to where your toes are just starting to warm up and then stubbing it.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good analogy.
Okay.
That's like a perfect analogy, actually. Your toe's just starting to warm up and you're starting to feel it again, and then you smash it.
You get that weird tingly
feeling. Yeah,
and
then you smash it. Yeah, that's actually a perfect analogy of what it feels like to get something right between the legs and have to keep living with that after a while. It's a traumatic after effect.
I understand.
Yeah,
well, I don't, but I do.
I think like most of the time, as long as it's not something insane, like 20 minutes, you start to kind of clear it up. But the impact still.
Wow, that's still a long time.
The impact still stays with you though for like a while, and then you're just like a little fearful for a while after that. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's definitely not a fun situation to live through.
I mean, getting kneed in the box isn't fun either,
no.
but it's not the same.
No, it's not really the same, but like I don't know that either, so I don't know if it's close or not. Like we can't really.
Feels like a bruise.
We can't really.
It's not bad.
We can't really share analyses of that in comparisons. We can only talk about it.
Yeah.
But either way, I don't think that neither one is fun.
No.
Neither one is a good time.
It's like upon initial impact, it really, really sucks. Mm-hmm. But then in like 5 minutes,
you're just
kind of
feels
like a bruise.
Okay, that's fair. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, it's not very long.
Just 5 minutes is good
Well,
to
I
go.
don't have any like appendages
Yeah,
outside of my body.
okay,
So
fair. All right, yeah, okay, all right.
it's kind of
fair.
just mostly like bone and flat.
Oh, okay, yeah, well, that's cool
So,
then. Yeah, 5 minutes clears up.
Yeah.
For me, it's like
bad.
20 to 30. Like if it's really bad.
Well, you have testicles.
If it's really bad, like, oh yeah, it can linger for a while. I'm sure people have the days after if you get like too bad, but like.
Well, people can like bleed and shit.
Oh yeah, oof.
Like
okay,
bloody.
maybe we should maybe we should move on from this. How the hell did we end up here? What the
happens
hell?
with me.
What the hell? We should move on.
You know, I try to be cute sometimes. I mean, I got my little pigtails. I wear glitter. You know. But then when I open my mouth,
I was gonna ask you a question though, and it's kind of like relating to weddings and ironically a bit about the same subject. But do you think Finch is still boneable after this many years from American Pie?
Okay, Finch's mom?
No,
oh, wait, no, it's Stifler's mom. Finch.
Yes, Finch from the movies.
Do you know how old he is?
Well, I'm just talking
or
about.
Am I just like
I'm just talking
what
about.
Finch looks like now.
No, I'm just talking about the character from American Pie still in today's world and this moment in time. You don't have to change anything. I just want to know: is Finch still boneable?
I think so.
Finch is still boneable.
Because Finch
is still boneable after all this time. I agree with you.
He's smooth.
I agree with you. Finch is still boneable after all this time. I would definitely agree with you.
Finch is still boneable.
I would totally agree.
And Finch isn't much of a kiss and tell type person, and a lot of people like that type of thing.
Oh, okay, fair.
Like I frankly don't give a fuck if I go in for the bone. And you tell your friends, I don't care.
No.
I wanted to have sex with you. Why,
great. Yeah, just whatever. Just put it out there. It doesn't matter. Exactly. It's not a secret. It's not a secret.
But see, some people aren't like that. Some people want it to be a secret.
Fair.
I don't care.
But either way, the whole point is that
Finch
is still boneable.
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Great.
Still boneable.
That was my question. I just wanted to know.
Interesting thought.
In the general perspective of weddings, in life, and that character in the series, I just wanted to know if at this point, in this moment in time, in this current world, is Finch still boneable? And the answer is yes.
I think so.
Great, I would agree.
And I think he's androgynous enough to the point where he's
same.
Like,
I feel like he's going to be boneable for eternity. I think
so.
like Finch will never be unboneable.
No, I think Finch is a
Permaboneable. Well, there we go. We've concluded that Finch is
heard it here first.
Finch is permanently boneable here first.
Boneable.
He is never going to be unboneable.
No.
Well, that's cool.
No.
That's cool. Then I hope everybody that's celebrating weddings this weekend has a great wedding. If you are out there celebrating your wedding this weekend, may wedding gods bless you with all the wedding gifts and joy and happiness that are coming your way.
I hope this wedding is going to be fun.
Weddings in general have moments that are a good time, and they have moments that are a little bit like.
That's true.
And then there's always the heartfeltness of those moments that just pull on the heartstrings.
Oh no! Do I have to
pull on the heartstrings? You're good at winging speeches, though.
I did when I was a maid of honor.
You can wing a speech.
Which I thought when I was a maid of honor.
You can wing a speech.
I could probably write it in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I thought when I was the maid of honor that this was going to be like intensely difficult, and it really was not. And I was totally upfront with my friend about it. I'm like, hey, if you want me to be your maid of honor, that's fine, but like, just be aware that I'm not like gonna do a bunch of things for you. I'm sorry.
Fair.
I will do things that you need me to do. Within reason.
Yes, of course.
And she was like, I know you, of course. And it was fine. And like, she didn't have the whole like everybody be matchy deal. Like, she was like, "Hey, we all need to wear the same color." Well, all the bridesmaids did. I was wearing a different color, but she didn't care where you got your dress from, how it looked. It didn't have to be like the exact same color.
Fair.
Like I think their colors were like red, black, and white.
Okay.
And like, if my red was different from like
it was okay because it was close enough.
It was close enough.
It
didn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
This wedding's not like that.
But see, I understand the tightness of things. And I really appreciate when things are really tight and everybody's looking sharp and kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Especially this is like a big event. This is one of the biggest events of your life.
It should be.
You know, and when things match and look so coordinated, it looks really sharp.
It's true.
So I really appreciate the sharpness of the coordinating and just putting in that little extra time to have the sharpness of the images and the overall memories.
I hope I don't
It's all
trip.
about the memories, creating some good ones. The sharpness of looking amazing during a wedding.
I really hope I don't trip.
And trying not to trip, which happens a lot at weddings. If you've ever seen many people trip and fall at all kinds of weddings, that happens quite often.
I don't know if I should I don't know what I should do. Like, my dress is nice enough and comfortable enough that I could wear it the entire time, but
yeah,
it's the shoes.
Okay. Maybe bring back a pair of shoes for the dance afterwards.
See, but the problem here is my dress is floor length. So I'm lucky enough that I can wear a fairly small heel and it's fine. It'll just touch the ground.
Okay.
But if I'm flat shoed, it's gonna be flatter on the ground.
What is the difference?
Well, if I'm wearing a flat shoe and I'm dancing and shit, I can step on the front of my dress and pull myself down and face plant.
Oh, you've
these?
thought of all this?
Yeah.
You've thought of all this?
This is how a woman's brain works. Okay.
I thought
I
thought most of the time you just take your shoes off when you're dancing.
I mean, usually I do.
Don't you just dance shoeless?
Usually.
Isn't that what people do?
Usually, and that's probably what I will do.
Oh, exactly. You just take your shoes off and dance. Just get out there and jig. Just jigging it.
Do we have dance floor? I don't know. Is it grass? I'm not even sure.
I don't know, dude. We're going to a wedding in a place we've never been to before. I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be a beautiful time. It's a new experience. We're going somewhere new. We've never been here before. We've never been there before. Times come. I hope that song plays. Dun, dun, dun,
Probably will.
Dun, dun, to celebrate good times. Come on.
I can guarantee that Dragula is going to play.
Okay.
Because I think it's the one thing that at least all the bridesmaids agree on.
Yeah?
Is Dragula.
How did you guys agree on that?
I don't know.
That's the most random thing that all you crazy girls could agree on.
I know.
But that's probably why you agreed on it.
Probably.
Because you guys are all crazy. But in good ways.
In our own ways.
In your own unique ways.
I think that's actually our connection is we're all batshit, but in different ways.
You're a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to someone on the bus the other day, and she said, sometimes you just got to let the crazy out. And I looked at her and I said, yep, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I'm like,
told me that.
Sometimes you just got to let the crazy out. I'm like, yeah. She goes, I go in my backyard and just yell at the sky. I'm like, yeah, whatever works. I'm like, if that's what works for you, okay.
My therapist once.
I'm like, okay, sure, go with that. Go with that.
I probably should, but those are expensive. So she told me once, one of them that I had, because I've had multiple, told me to go into the bush and find a big stick and go up to a hardwood tree.
Okay.
So pine or something like that.
Okay.
And just fucking wail on this thing and just beat the living shit out of this tree.
Grab a stick and hit a tree.
Like
that was her advice.
Not just hit a tree.
Just
like
you're
beat the living shit out of it.
Like you're putting some symbols for Bigfoot in that tree or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she told me
like you're putting a mating signal for Bigfoot in the tree
yeah.
to be like, big girl is here. I go search now. Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And
okay.
so it's kind of an interesting thought. So she told me that that is taught in the indigenous culture because she was an indigenous person.
Yeah.
And that the hardwood trees, so things like pine, are meant to absorb our emotions.
Oh.
And that's why they're hard.
Oh.
Because they're meant to take that on. So if you need to get rid of something, so anger or frustration, when you go and beat the shit out of this tree, it absorbs that emotion.
Yeah. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I can get behind that. Yeah, I can get behind that.
I didn't do it. And then also, ironically,
I didn't do it. That's why I stand here today the way I am.
That's why I'm a mess.
Because I don't do the things that people tell me to do to help myself.
I know.
Everybody tells me to do things to help myself, and I do absolutely none of them, and then I complain about why I'm the same.
True. I do some of it. That one I couldn't wrap my head around. I couldn't do it. I felt bad for the tree, to be honest. And then I also, ironically, like last year or earlier this year, because I try to research things in order to therapize myself.
Yeah, you got to therapize yourself sometimes.
Therapize myself.
Yeah. Therapizosaurus.
Yes. So
Rex.
Rawr. I found this like little video of this girl who she kind of goes to these different sort of types of people, I guess, that are either thought of as being weird or like scary or like just people aren't super comfortable. And so she went to this witches retreat. Mm-hmm. And one of the first things that they did was go out into the woods and find a stick and beat the ground.
At a witch's retreat?
Yeah, because
that sounds kind of fun.
The whole
Where do you go for a witch's retreat?
She goes all over the place. I think it's okay. I think this particular one was like in England or Ireland, somewhere in that area. Okay. It was like this big castle. Okay. And so yeah, they just grabbed a stick and just started like beating the ground and just like yelling. And it was funny because at first, like, you could see some of them were very hesitant because for us, like white Westerners, that's a very weird thing to do.
Yeah, kind of.
Right? That's not part of our culture.
No, we don't do that. No.
We would rather shoot people with guns.
Ooh.
So, but the more they kind of just let go, like a lot of these people just started like letting everything go.
Right? Yeah, you just kind of like some sort of
and they were like
meditative, like anger management
like
type, like practice or
weird.
something, like maybe a bit of an anger management. So the whole point of it was kind of to do this like
a refresh.
Yeah, like a deep reset or something like that.
It's like a deep
soul cleanse or something, and you're just like, I'm all good now. And then 2 days go by, and you're just a basket case again.
I don't know. They seemed fine. Like it was a week, but then who knows once they went back home? I mean, I'd probably be fine in a nice big ass castle.
Like that's what I'm saying though. That's a lot of things that people do to try to make themselves better, but then you put them back in an old situation, and then they go back to old habits again or something. It's weird. It's a weird thing. We all have these like interesting habits and stuff. Yeah, rehab's an interesting topic. We'll have to save that for another time. We could probably do a whole thing on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting human behavior and just like the way that it can be changed and your things you do, habits and stuff. But a lot of that stuff, if you have bad habits you're trying to get rid of, it's hard to let go of a lot of that.
Yep.
But we could do a whole probably thing on that. But that's cool though. Witch's retreat.
Witch's retreat.
So I guess your point of the story is if you're feeling a little batshit, maybe go on a witch's retreat and it'll kind of like
I don't know, beat the shit out of the ground.
Just hit a tree or something. Or a tree.
But make sure it's a hardwood tree. Like don't try and do it out of birch or something.
And convince yourself that even if you're not at a witch's retreat, maybe like find some friends and just pretend like you are or something. Maybe
people do that.
Maybe that'll help you out.
People do that.
Yeah. Do a witch's retreat in your own house or apartment or something. Could be fun. Sounds like a good time. I mean, it could be a good time.
Could be a good time.
Yeah. Bring a cauldron. Make some soup. Some big soup. Throw something in a cauldron. Light a fire and make a cauldron of soup. I was gonna say throw frogs in there, but then I felt bad for the frogs.
For froggies.
Yeah. I like frogs too much. I love frogs. Love frogs. Don't touch the frogs.
We've seen a lot of frogs this year. Actually.
We did see a lot of frogs this year. I love that there's so many frogs around. In different places that we've been, there's been frogs everywhere. Frogs have been following us, I think. It feels like frogs have been following us.
I feel like everywhere, like
there's always like a frog. We're just hanging out and there's a frog.
Yeah.
Like everywhere we've been going, there's like a frog. I know. And we're random. Actually, now that I think about that, that's kind of interesting. The different places that we've gone, just random places. Like, hey, is that a frog? And then a frog just goes by.
Like not by water.
No, just on rocks and random back places. And
maybe there's a message
now that you mention that, we have been followed by frogs for the past few months. Like, we've just been going wherever, and it's like, is that a frog? It's like, and there's another frog shows up. There's been frogs in our life, a lot of frogs.
Froggies.
That's cool though. Maybe we just gotta kiss a few more and we'll find some princess or something.
But then you can get warts, so you might.
Oh, then you get infected. And we were just talking about infections, so you don't want to do
like,
that.
Avoid kissing and licking certain.
Yeah, no frog makeout scenes allowed. Banned.
Unless you're in a Disney movie, don't do it.
Oh yeah. If you feel like you're in a Disney movie, do it, but we can't guarantee the results of the actions.
We're not responsible for.
If you kiss a frog in real life, it could still just be a frog, and you might get infected. So maybe don't try that.
Don't do it.
I mean, I'm gonna leave it up to you, but
it's your life and your choice, but I advise against it.
Yes, and even if you're at some splendid moment in time where you feel like you're in a Disney movie, maybe try and convince yourself that the frog is still going to be a frog and you might get an infection.
Maybe do like one of these.
Oh, yes.
And then wash your hands after.
A hand tap. That could be more of a sanitary way of doing it.
They don't really like it, though.
No. Maybe just leave them alone and let them hop.
Yeah, just let them
Enjoy them hopping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let them be hoppy.
Let them be hoppy, exactly. Hoppy the frog.
Hoppy.
Yes. This episode is brought to you by Hoppy the frog.
Happy the frog.
Happy Hoppy has hopped away for another day in his happy hoppy life, playing his happy hobbies in a happy hoppy land. Whoa. Or something like that.
Album of the week?
Oh, yeah! Let's jump into that. And then I'll finish with the poem.
I like that.
I'll finish with the poem.
I like that.
My friends, if you are not down with this band, then what are you down with? This one's an easy one. That was an easy one.
That was good. I like that.
Yeah, I just kind of came up with that.
So we dug this out of the woodwork.
Wow, folks. We got a great band here today. A Canadian band.
Would you call them a band or a group? I think I call them a group.
Holy moly. They are just a great group of musicians. Rock rapping, rap rocking, and dip doing their does into the party vibes of your life. Down with Webster is coming in this week. This is another great Canadian band that has put out a ton of great music. Different members over time, but mostly the same crew. I don't personally know any of them, but they're all pretty cool. We just know that they make really good music.
I know that's a good album.
And yes, Down with Is this volume 2?
Yep.
Yeah, this is Time to Win volume 2, Down with Webster.
Don't ask me what volume 1 is. I don't know.
Woe Is Me, I think, is on volume 1. I'm going to draw a blank on some of the other songs.
That's okay.
But this one has a lot of great songs on it. She's dope. Staring at the Sun. I Want It All. And So Cold, Jessica, and Professional. Professional's a really good song. But Down with Webster, man, they have played many shows. They have put out a ton of good albums. And we just listened to this one the other day and had a little party, so that was fun.
Yeah, I think if you want some like fun party vibe music, this works.
Yeah, if you want to throw a party, Down with Webster will take care of your playlist because they have a lot of fun, up-tempo, pop rock style, cool tunes. And this is from about 10 years ago, so we're going back a decade with this album. But they did put out more music after this one and before it. And in the current world, I think Down with Webster is probably working on something right now as we speak. Or maybe not. I honestly don't know. Like I said, I don't know any of the musicians personally from this project, but I do know that they should keep going if they can and keep making cool music. Because Down with Webster, whether they're making music right now or not, I think you got to just mad respect to the creative energy and songs that they have put together for us over time. Because Down with Webster is nothing but dope.
And they were very different.
They were, yeah.
Or are, I don't know.
Are, whatever. But they were so different. And it doesn't, it feels like an energy that could come from anywhere. Like, they might be a Canadian band, but I feel like the energy of the music could just
It doesn't sound like Canadian.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. Like, it's a very unique sound. And if you didn't know they were Canadian, you could say that they were from anywhere. Like, to be honest, it's a very kind of universal, fun sounding energy that Down with Webster puts together. And when you throw it on and you listen to it, you're having nothing but a good time because these tunes are great. So yeah, I don't really know if in this current moment in time they are creating anything new or not, but to the musicians that have been part of the Down with Webster projects. Cool shit, man. We salute you. Thank you for the amazing tunes. Down with Webster. We salute you. Absolutely. And there's a cool insert in here, too. I'm just going to pull this out for a hot second because I love this insert. Might as well throw this up. This is a cool one here. This is such a cool picture.
It is cool.
Yeah, this is a cool picture. I love the shot of the Down with Webster crew playing a show out there somewhere in space-time.
It's go time. Go big, go home time. I'm like the whitest person.
Nice. That was really good. That was a really good moment. That was a really good moment.
Very white. Once in a while, I like to pretend that I'm like a gangster.
Oh, really, you like to pretend that you're a gangster.
I'm really not.
You like to pretend that you're a gangster, though.
In the comfort of my own home.
Fair. Fair.
For these fine people.
Sometimes when we're doing this.
On YouTube.
Yeah, yes.
For those of us who give a shit.
In the space time of,
Do we still have burp counts?
Sharing memories. Yeah, your burp counts are still coming in hot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so all your burps are still being counted after all this amount of time, and that is pretty awesome.
Someone, looking at you, is going to have to go through after a year and count all of my burps to see how many burps I had in a year.
No, that would be so hard. There's no way. You know how much time that would take?
Okay, no, but if
that's like a time-consuming thing.
If all my burps have been counted from each episode, all you would have to look at is how many tags there are in each one. And then generally we do one a week, and there's 52 weeks in a year?
Yeah,
so you would just have to, like, do a little bit of math.
Oh, I guess so.
Right?
Yeah, and then you could kind of just add it up, and it would probably be able to count it not too hard.
You would just have to add the 52 episodes.
But who would want to count your burps? That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know. If somebody else out there has time to count all the burps, that's wild. I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty time-consuming thing.
Like I said, all you have to do is go back and look at the episodes, and you'll see there's like 6 tags, and you're like, okay, those are Amanda's burps.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
And then you just have to add them all together.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not too bad.
That's fair. Makes sense.
Doable.
It is doable. I think you could do it. I
wouldn't
say that it's not doable, but I would say that maybe it might not be necessary, but it could be something fun, I suppose.
Exactly.
If that's what someone wants to do, I suppose. I'm not going to stop someone from doing that. If that's what someone wants to do. We'll just put that out there. Why don't we just put that out there, and then we'll see what happens.
Precisely.
Cool.
Is it poem time?
Yeah. So, I just wanted to finish this one with this beautiful poem from someone super awesome. Or you slide it back in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Down with Webster.
Yes, absolutely.
Oops, I did it again.
What'd you do?
I smacked the thing with my elbow.
Oh, check. Check.
Check out my melody.
Yes. So our next lyricist, Tupac, from the Tupac book, The Rose That Grew from Concrete, which is full of amazing lyrics from Tupac himself. Cool. Do you think? I think like he's got to be one of the best, if not the best, lyrics writers,
he's the best lyricist,
poem writers, poem composers.
He is a good writer.
This man had a lot of gifted poetry. So we will conclude this one with this poem from Tupac that I read and remind myself of from time to time, and I feel like it's a pretty cool poem because it's some. I'll read it first and then I'll say what I feel about it after. Okay. So this is the what is it that I search for poem. I know not what I search for, but I know I have yet to find it. Because it is invisible to the eye, my heart must search for it blinded. And if by chance I find it, will I know my mission is achieved? Can one come to conclusions before the question is conceived? Just as no one knows what lies beyond the shore, I will never find the answer to what it is that I search for.
That's kind of sad.
Not really.
No? I find it sounds sad.
No. I find, see, that's okay, though.
You're never going to find what you're searching for?
Well, no, I think,
that sounds so hopeless.
I mean, I can understand your perspective on that, and I'm not gonna deny your views to make you impactfully make you feel sad about it. But see, I find what this poem does is it makes me feel like your life is just like you constantly searching for things, but at the same time, like, just understand that you may never fully find what you're searching for, but just enjoy the ride. That's like kind of the way I see it.
Okay.
I don't see it as like a sad thing. I just kind of see it as like sometimes, like, if you look at your life and it looks like you're searching for something or something's missing and you can't find the answer to what it is you search for, and you're never going to find the answer to what it is that you're searching for. It's like, maybe just like understand that you're not supposed to really find the answer, stop looking, and just kind of enjoy the ride. Because you don't really need to search for an answer at all. You just need to just enjoy the ride.
Because there is no answer.
Because there really isn't. So that's why this like Tupac poem, and I read that every now and then. And there's a lot of other great poems in The Rose That Grew from Concrete from Tupac that are super sweet in this book, and an amazing poet himself. But that specific poem, what is it that I search for, kind of like, and see, I think the thing about that is you can like, that's the way I see it, but I can see it maybe the way you see it
That's
too.
the beauty of poetry.
So that's why I love poetry. Like, you can read so much poetry and it just makes you think of shit.
You get different interpretations.
Yeah, that's why poetry is so cool. And something like that from Tupac, So maybe read Tupac first and then listen to some Down with Webster, and do it that way.
Yeah, that would
do
work.
it that way, right? So when you're done reading some Tupac in your poetry class, have a party with Down with Webster, and do it that way. That'll probably be better. And I mean, that's it. And Finch is bonable.
Finch is bonable.
That's what we concluded on today's. After all of that, the only thing we actually concluded is that Finch is still bonable.
Finch, forever bonable.
Finch, forever bonable. Bye, everyone.
57 minutes.